right, so these are the kidneys. So parts of the kidney, this outer layer that you're seeing is considered the renal capsule. On the inside, it's a little bit different. So you have multiple structures. The majority of it's going to be called the renal medulla. Inside the renal medulla is going to be the renal pyramid. It's going to look just like a triangle, basically. Then in between those are going to be your renal columns. After that, you have your renal cortex, which is just inferior, basically, to, not inferior, more deep to this capsule, this outer layer that you're seeing. Right underneath that, just deep to it, you're going to see the renal cortex. Then you also got your major and minor calyx, and then the papillae. Inside also, where you're seeing these little holes, these are where multiple things can go through your renal artery and vein, as well as your ureter. Okay. So as far as like innervation, the kidneys get both an afferent and efferent nerve innervation. The afferent, you're going to get sensory nerve fibers from the vagus nerve, which is your cranial nerve 10, cranial nerve 10, and that's going to create parasympathetic information. Now, for the efferent nerve, you're going to mainly get sympathetic. This helps regulate renal blood flow as well as renin release. You get this from the thoracolumbar splanchnic nerve, which is your T10 and T11. As far as blood flow, it's going to be strictly just the renal artery. That's the branch from the abdominal aorta. And it's going to travel just inside these little holes that you're seeing. So that's where it's going to get its blood supply from. As far as embryonic origin, it's going to be developed from the intermediate mesoderm, which is also called the blastema, which technically it is a metanephric. And then also it's going to be developed from the ureteric bud. Now, as far as like structures that connect these two, or that connect to them, it's going to be multiple. But for an example, you're going to have your adrenal glands. Now, both kidneys are going to have the adrenal glands on top of them. They work with the kidneys in a sense of the kidneys can help regulate certain things. So for instance, it can help by reabsorbing sodium if the adrenal glands are noticing that it needs it, as well as secreting potassium, which is a direct correlation if the adrenal glands need it. In addition, it also does release renin for the adrenal glands. As far as the colon, which is, your large intestines, your ascending, descending, transverse, sigmoid, all those. It helps rid of waste inside the colon. This can be by urine. It can be it can get rid of waste, and or if there's excess water that the colon is kind of registering that has too much of it. And as far as the small intestines, it's the same thing. Like if it's noticing it has certain waste, the kidneys will help filter out and create urea and basically pee it out, help it go through the ureters. And then the ureters basically are a connection from the kidney to the bladder to help get rid of that excess weight and or water. But yep, these are the kidneys.